Hi folks, today we're gonna learn bubble sort and we're gonna first let's see what is a bubble sort first. And in array list, if it's this is our array A, and which has 4 2 1 5 3 the numbers, integer numbers, and our task is to swap this list until all the numbers is sorted. The expected output should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To get this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's gonna take 4 rounds. Why 4 rounds? It's gonna take from the length minus 1. It's not gonna go 5 rounds. It's gonna go 4 rounds, which is the length is, if its length is 5, then our rounds gonna be in minus 1. Then in the first round, so element index element is gonna check it. If 4 is bigger than 2, then they will swap it here. Then it's gonna go to the second element. Is the second element is smaller, the bigger than the third element. It's gonna swap here. Then gonna check the next third one, then fourth one, and at the end it's gonna give us the largest at the end element. So for this reason, then this given one, the last one, will be doing again here. It's gonna be, then it's gonna swap from like first one. If it's 2 bigger than the second one, it's gonna change it. As you see, it's change it here. Then like this, at the end it's gonna be 4, 5. Like, in order to get the last, it should change with the 4 times round. So let's get started on our IntelliJ IDE and to see how it's happened. And new share, I'll go to my IntelliJ IDE. Perfect. Let's create a new class. New class name gonna be bubble sort in array. So let's create main method, and inside of main method we can do it. And what is the given? Given is the array list, and our array list is, let's say, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 5, right? And our task is to change it to, in order to sort, first we need 4 loops, and we need 2 for loops. First 4 loops will be 4 rounds, and second for loops for iteration for index. And inside of the iteration, we will say if this number, if the first index is bigger than second index, please swap. And then it's gonna print our array list. Let's get started with our first for loop. So our first for loop, we're gonna say that integer, let's call it integer I, and initially it's starting from 0 value, from 0 index, which is gonna be 4, and it's gonna continue till the length of array. Let's have here the arrays like integer. Let's call it integer n, and we can say length, the array length. So this gonna give us output 5, and we say that if n and it's gonna continue till n minus 1, right? And basically I will continue till n minus 1, and 4 rounds we want, right? And it's gonna continue for the next round I++. We are telling that inside that we're creating one more for loop, in this for loop, we saying, let's introduce new. We already used I. Let's add j this time, and the j, we say j equals 0, and our j will continue also till n-1. And again, let's increase j value, j++. Now it's the time to add if condition inside this. And right now, as you know from the previous lessons, how to swap the values, now we do exactly the same one. So we think if so our, like, we are this is for, guys, this is for, first one is for rounds or passes, and this is for iteration of index iterations. And we say here j first index is, if it's bigger than second index, then please swap it. How we can tell it with the j index? We say j if it's bigger than j plus 1. Is that correct, right, guys? So j bigger than second one. So each time it's gonna calculate next one, like current one, next one. In that case, it should swap it. How can swap it? We say integer, we initially tell integer temp equal 0. We introduce temp, the temporarily one variable, and we say it, and then we say it, this one, like this, equal to this, right? But before that, we saying temporarily value, first getting our first value, storing our first value. After that, we say the second is equal to temp. So basically that's all it's gonna do. So first, in the first round, it's gonna check it if our number is, if 4 is bigger than second one, which is asking 4 is bigger than second one, and then it's gonna swap it. This is the swap method. So let's then print. So before that, let's print first. Let's print first the array, our arrays. Yeah, as you know how to the arrays to string to print it. So arrays that to string, and you pass it the array here, a reference here. And let's print first and to see the result. There is some error and we need to fix it. Java class, and so and I need to open here. There's one more. So this gonna finish here. This gonna finish here. This gonna finish here. Let's run one more time to see the output. So this is our current array list, which is 43215. So if we print exactly the same one, let's exactly the same one after the for loop. Our for loops end here. Say arrays dot to string and a. Let's run it one more time and see if it works or not. As you see now, it's changed from 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, changed in order, sorting order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it for today. See you in the next lesson.